live on Twitch. How are we doing? Wow, that was fast for YouTube that time. And on YouTube, we are also live. Excellent. Quite quick. Looks like the servers are doing a little better, guys. So I'm here to try out some more campaign stuff. Earlier today, I managed to not die in the Wengari Citadel, which is a significant win. The Wengari Citadel is tough. When you fight the Patriarch and the Matriarch at the same time, most of the time,
all over the place from bags of fall.
I die from them. On most of my characters, historically, I die on them. So with the servers being in better shape now, I'm going to try to work through the campaign. Because my big goal that I'd hoped to get in the first couple of nights was, good evening to whomever has joined me, was to get to the, to selecting the Circle of Fortune. And that's Act 9, I think, in the campaign. And today I have been only playing, other than maybe half an hour before stream, I've only been playing in the endgame mode. Monoliths. Because monoliths were not having any problems. And so I wanted to play the mode that wasn't having problems, and, well, I've leveled up a bunch. I was level 45 when I started today. I'm at 64, so 19 levels today. Running around in the endgame content. Got lots of fat loot, most of which wasn't particularly useful for me on this character. But it's the farthest I've ever gotten into monoliths. I don't think I had ever fought Raye before, the second boss in monoliths. Or I guess technically the third. In the... After you finish the first tier at 58, you can go to, I think, or 56? 56. You can go to either 62 or 68, and I went to level 68 stuff. So I didn't fight the boss in the second, the level 62 area. I may have fought that one before, but I had definitely not fought Raye before. And his very, very first attack killed me. But that was the only death. And it turned out that same attack hit me later a number of times, didn't kill me, so what happened is he crit on his very, very first attack against me and murdered me. But now I'm all better. So one of the NPCs in Hailboria needed me to get him some stuff to make a cure for his, I think, granddaughter's disease. We'll take it back to him when next we go back to town. It isn't, he doesn't have a granddaughter who's diseased. He needs them for lymphatic meds. See how long it takes to go in. Not long. What's that? 6 or 8 seconds. So the servers seem to be better. I would not go so far as to say that everything's fixed, but they seem to be significantly better. Your mileage may vary, obviously. Big wolf. Dougie. A stunning shrine. I thought it was very lovely. I was speechless. Hooah! Relax. Don't do it. Sorry. That's just what the sound he makes reminds me of. Then I'm an old guy, and everything reminds me of old things. Old music, books, old movies, old TV shows. I really, really hope the servers are fixed. Not for me, although certainly that would be nice as well. Because if they've still got problems on the weekend, holy shit, are they going to get crucified. They've already, suffered significant opportunity cost. They don't want to miss the weekend. If they can get everything working for the weekend, it'll just turn into a case of, oh, you remember the first couple of days? Ha 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 ha. Because that's the case for most games these days. All right. Got him. Entering Farwood. Pretty good. Knock on wood. Knock on Farwood. Oh, I definitely need 100% critical chance. That's not overkill in every imaginable way. Oh, yes, it is. But then overkill is exactly the right amount of kill. Oh, we've got a mage who desperately needs to be set free and then murdered. Okay, you guys, stop shooting at me, please. Thank you. While I'm trying to kill this guy. It's just so rude, people interrupting when I'm, well, annihilating him. Some people just have no sense of propriety. Okay, not people. Ice elementals, but the point holds. Welcome back. Gotta say, if everything stays this good, they're fine for the weekend. Movement and cast speed. Sure, I'll take that. the frozen roots. Uh-oh. No sooner I say if it keeps working as well as it's working. Oh, there we go. I just had to threaten it. And that should be Grael. Hi, Grael. I'm skipping the story stuff because I've read it and heard it a bajillion times. Also, no spoilers. Because we've got time travel, there are some twists and turns. Because of course there are. Generally, I consider time travel a dodge, but I'm willing to accept it in a game. Bees! I have a bunch of bees. Somebody on their team just freaking has a fetish about bees. There's the refer a friend bonus that has a bee MTX. And there are a couple of bee items in the game. Somebody in the dev team is a little bit too wrapped up in bees.
Stand down or die.
The Tomb of Morditas. Hey, Nod Knox. While I approve of they need to behave themselves, I would have gone with they need to behive. Your joke was good, but mine was worse. And some jokes, we want them bad. And we got him.
Freedom. Death. Finally.
I take the Lance of Heorot.
We have the land, which you but why? I'll give you. Tell me more.
Tell me
The
more.
lance was found,
There we go.
and a bond was formed.
Do you think we'll see Herod?
I know I got the first 2 Twitch drops. I don't know if I am giving out drops, though. I don't think I am.
For now,
So, I mean, if anyone needed a reason to watch a different streamer, that would be a good one.
I cannot do that.
Or possibly have a second tab up.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Oh, okay.
I cannot do that.
Awesome.
I know things are grave. Of course, all that is yes. If we're to be honest, of course, all that is yes. If we're to be, of all that yes. If we're choose to be honest, I can't imagine it.
All right. And that is all of the idle slots I needed.
I cannot do that.
Down here in the corner, it used to have the number of idols and points you'd gotten.
I cannot do that.
I redeemed it. Let's see if I've received it. I redeemed it, but I don't know if I received it. I don't remember what they were. Yeah, Mantle of the Prophesier. I got it. Don't remember what else there was. Not that. Not that. No. 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 A pet, maybe? No? I don't think it was a pet. I'm not sure what the second thing was.
I cannot do that.
I'm pretty sure I got it.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I know I can't do that. Fine.
I cannot do that.
I'll turn off my auto casting. Me, I'm so annoying. I mean, you guys knew that already.
Yes.
You've got the ingredients? Splendid. I can't wait to use it for the cure, of course. Oh, gods. I can't keep lying to you. Do you want to know what they're really for? Please don't.
Farewell.
Oh, I was wrong. We had 3 more idle slots. Now we've got all the idle slots. Claim the cloak, but when I try to link it, I only get a loading page that never ends and displays nothing. Yeah, that does seem like a Twitch problem.
Blood pools are brutal.
What are brutal?
There's like these blood pools or these red circles they're leaving on the ground. There's like when they overlap and
We can sell that.
the catacombs.
Oh, yeah, there are a few things in there that are bad. There's a fair number of ground effects that will kill you in a hurry.
That's why.
The spider poisons or acid or whatever it is they leave behind early on can really do it too.
Yeah, I've done it a few times too. It's just not quick enough to react.
Yes.
Oh, idols. Aren't I
When I drop the
organized?
cloud, I can't see the blood circles.
Yes, that is the problem with the ground effects in almost every game. Same thing's true in Guild Wars 2. My uniques, my idols, my purple exalties,
Titans.
the faction items I've gotten as drops, the things I'm holding on to for this character, the Void Knight, for other characters in the future, and the experimental drops. It's all pretty impressive, I would say.
I'm meant to be finding the teleporter in every zone, and I've not been.
Yeah, you want to if possible, because you can never tell for sure when you're going to want to go back or when the next map doesn't have one and maybe you die and then you have to run through 2.
Yeah, I just, there's probably like half of them I haven't found.
And for the record, my guesstimate is that those well-organized tabs will last approximately today. Organization. I am good to very good at preparing organization. I am terrible at maintaining my organization. I will also note that quite a difference between Last Epoch and Diablo 4 when it comes to tabs. Yep. Come on. You can do it. I have faith in you. Come on. Come on. If you're not familiar, they actually explained, the D4 team did, why they have such a strict limit on stash tabs. So it turns out that they're using code originally from WoW, and what it is, it's code to prevent duplication. And the way they, part of the way they prevent duplication is that basically when another character comes on screen, your screen, it loads in all of their inventory in the stash on your client so that they can verify trading.
Unique idol.
Which one?
Singularity.
Yep, Singularity is good but of limited use. If your build uses crit at all, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no use to me.
So because it loads in
It's
all
about
of the
42,
stash of the involved player, if they put too much stash tabs available in D4, the servers will seize up. It is stupid beyond belief. It makes sense in the old days when duplication was a potential game breaker, which it still is. And if you found a good, reliable duplication prevention method, you could make that argument. If you're always going to have a limited size of the stash, again, you can make a good argument. But if either of those things no longer hold, then no, it's stupid beyond belief. I mean, let's for something like beta testing, having the system like that in place, well, that doesn't even make sense. You want a real system in place so you can test for duplication.
Blues on the floor now.
Duping will break a game. So, I mean, I understand once you've got a reliable anti-dupe method, wanting to stick with it. But it can't become a development limitation.
I should realise I never ordered.
So it appears that the servers are slowing down a little. I hope it's just temporary. Like this particular segue from map to map. Please? Because it was behaving so well.
How many skill trees?
If it gets too sluggish changing maps, I will go back to the end of time and continue my running of monoliths. Are your map transitions slowing down? For
1 sec. What was that?
Are your map transitions slowing down?
No, I haven't noticed yet.
Okay. I'm having one really slow one now. So
There's another unique one.
unique? Well, you got a ways to catch up to me, but on the other hand, you probably do.
Offhand catalyst.
That's not something you'll be using. Which one?
Diggy and coal.
I don't recognize that one.
Ignite on hit while channeling. Those apply damage on hit while channeling.
Ah, okay.
Drain life repeatedly.
That's probably a warlock one. They have a good channel. I can't remember the name of it. It's a channel attack, channel cone attack. That's not very good, but it has a node that changes it into a movement skill as well. So you move around, breathing in essence fire. So for that, I could see that definitely working well. Because it also, I think, gives you ward as you're moving and makes you take less damage while you're moving. Well, we will finish out this load in and we'll move along and we'll see how it goes after that.
Fucking blood circles, I hate them.
But I'm thinking I may end up heading back into the monoliths if the map after this I see the same sort of thing. Hi guys.
Leeches.
I was really, really hoping they'd got the fixes.
Fucking nearly killed me again.
Are you using your bow?
My what?
Your bow.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check.
This isn't a DPS problem. This is and where they've got like 4 of these overlapping like blood circles.
Yep. So you're seeing it too, Nod Knox? Super slow map load? Yeah, I am too. It's like all of a sudden we hit some sort of
Just saving the Falcon attack.
barrier or a mount or something. So I will, if it swaps me in,
Here's a
ever,
boss one, right?
I will probably segue
Wow, my bird only took 2% off of him.
off to monoliths again.
Jesus Christ, this guy's tanky.
Which one?
Alright. Big old named Lee.
Oh, yeah. I know the one.
Okay, perhaps the bird didn't go off because it did just.
He's the spy master of the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So you already defeated the Admiral, right, on the boat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the other guy. He's the spy master, and yeah, he's roughly equivalent to the Admiral.
Yeah, no, he was down easy enough.
I'm going to go back to character select and see if I can get back to the end of time and then hit some monoliths for a bit, make a little bit more progress. I had such high hopes. Everything seemed better. That's not unusual. I've been getting an online play the first time I tried to connect. And now? Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. All right, we're at the end of time. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. I can hear the sounds. So the session is loaded. It's just not finishing up the load. I'm going to. Online services recovering and we're monitoring stability. That was at 5:54. 6 less 2, 4. That was 40 minutes ago. It seems like they've lost it again. You still making map transitions, Forp?
Yeah, easily.
Well, I got gummed up, and so I went back to character select, and I'm supposed to be loading me into the end of time, and I can hear the background sounds, like the sounds of my pets, but it won't complete the load. They got to get this squished for the weekend or they're going to get just absolutely crucified. Not without reason. Well, if in the next, 10 minutes I can't get into any map, I'll cry. How about that? It was working so well for 20 minutes. Interesting.
It's really hard.
I can't even bring up the escape menu now.
Even body out. Last bears.
I'm going to kill the application and restart. The act of the truly desperate.
Druid strengths.
You don't need no stinking strength.
Yeah. My loads are pretty quick right now.
No, that time I hung where I could hear sound effects in the background, and I couldn't even bring up the settings or, the options menu to exit. Working on issues, yeah. Hey, come on, guys. Come on. Theoretically, it'll fail again.
Scavengers.
Or maybe not this time. Okay. And now this time, it'll connect.
Verdant Lake.
Send me to the end of time. And then maybe not load in.
Like little mini dungeons. Not even mini.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Change your signal.
I'm going to check the Discord. Nothing new since 4 o'clock my time. 50 minutes.
Another item, a whole bunch of idols. Don't area move for some reason. The hell are that?
Insert your let me in meme here. All right, I'm going to try something else. Bear with me.
That's my way. Oh shit.
What'd you get?
I got a ring with 32% increased minion damage on it. And a 12% minion critical strike multiplier.
Crit multi is the big bang.
Increased fire damage from the traps, physical resistance, dodge rate. This thing is a G. I'll not be taking this ring off for a while.
Okay, so log in.
Oh, apparently I have a level 3 ring equipped. I must have. Well,
We switch to
okay.
offline.
How that
We switch back to online.
Maybe just.
I know some people have said that doing that fixes it.
Yeah, so it's got 32% minion damage, 32% minion health, don't need that. 12% minion crit strike multiplier. 30% increased healing effectiveness, 7% fire damage, 12% physical resistance, and plus 23 dodge rate. That's like almost everything except one.
Well, if it's replacing a level 3, the odds are it's a significant improvement.
Yeah, I must have accidentally wiped it away.
Alright, now let's see if I can get to the monoliths. We got here last time. I'm hearing my pets again. Oh. I'm getting loading sounds from my SSD. There we go. We are doing the black... No, we've done the Black Sun. We're doing that one. Oh, so I can just go back there and do that one. Got it. That's the 62. This is the 66. I'm doing the 75. I'm not going to try and teleport there when I can run. because I know
Oh, I did
running.
get a nice unique set of boots. Lesson to the Metropolis.
I have 3 of those. I
Yeah.
got that 3 times early on.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Why teleport when I can run and I know I won't get booted?
Cold Idol. It's another, another
There we are. All right, and here we are. I had done just 1 echo here in this 3rd set of echoes. We'll go this way. And is that rare ring? Set item there. Okay. We're going to go here and hopefully succeed and get an amulet. Or amulets, I should say. Alright. Slay enemies to locate the wild gate. Now again, these mobs are way over my level, so I will be playing slower and I'm more careful. As these are 75s, I think. So 8 or 9 levels higher than me. I tried to play dead. Those used to be really annoying, but they gave them a visual effect for the ones that are going to pop back to life with 50% health. They didn't used to have a visual effect, so that could be a nasty surprise. You kill one, and if you didn't notice the affix while killing it, and most of the time you won't, then it coming back from the grave with half health could be very annoying. Shrine of Shards. Give me affix shards. Give me affix shards. There we go. We loves them. That is an Emerald Assassin. This is the ambush. It's not going great for him. The Emerald Assassin Virua. Sorry. I know you're probably disappointed. I'm certain whoever hired you is disappointed.
Alright, tonight's my night, I guess.
Sounds like. What'd you get this time?
Which, I think it's called Nail or something.
We'll pick them all. We'll pick them all up, and just turn around and sell them. A little bit of gold.
Alright, so druid things. Brigand form.
Brigand form.
Increased area with thorn shield. Damage. Did damage.
79% bleed chance on hit for that katana.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, we're going to get ourselves a set item. And one of the reasons we wanted to get the Circle of Fortune is you get high enough in Circle of Fortune, and anytime you get a set item, the whole set drops. I have to slay both patrolling Diamond Matrons. They like the Diamond Dogs?
No.
We got a box, and nothing of particular note within the box. Level 65! I'm going to assume the big flaming thing following me would hurt. Alright, she's almost gone, and she's gone.
27% minion damage with boots.
Nice. I assume you're okay with that.
3 minions teleported around you after you use the conversion spell.
Don't need that. That's more for druid minions and necro minions. It's a good affix for them. So I guess that means you just killed a mage, right?
Yeah. I'll switch out the buttons on those.
Oh, looks like they're coming over here.
Useful in everyone.
Stand down or die.
And here she comes. Don't like that. Ow! That's why I don't like that. That flaming beam thing hits really hard.
Shredding burns out there. That is another unique. What is going on?
It is your night. Last night was me, tonight's you.
Yeah. That is a relic. Orcarian's petals.
Ah, Orcarion. That always drops from Orcarion.
That's a Astor one.
Two-handed mace I've never seen before. Sun-forged hammer. Melee fizz, stun, stun.
The last one.
Smelter's Wrath. That's, yeah, per forged weapon. Okay, this one is for forge guards. I've never seen this one before. Requires level 68. That's no low-level piece of equipment either. No beanie little piece of kit.
What's that was it?
Uniques. That's a cell. Come on, be good. Even if I can't use you yet. Spell critical strike. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Oh, that one's quite good. I'm keeping that one and using that in like 6 levels. 9 levels. 9 levels. Alright, our next goal, idols.
What are you doing?
Staves. Rare staves. 2 back-to-back rare staves. Well, staves are definitely something I can be using. As this is, despite the fact it's a Void Knight, it's actually a castery build. What the hell hit me there? Alright, movement and casting speed. So we need to destroy both Wengari spires. Not spikes, spires. And that was probably what hit me, was the Wengari spires, because the Wengari use cold, and that's why the Wengari matriarch and patriarch are always kill me. Almost always kill me when I get to them in the main quest. They are very tough fights, and you definitely want to have maxed or near maxed cold res when you get there. They hit like trucks. Alright, there's one of the spires. And the other spire ought to be up in this direction. There it is. open. Back to base. Well, one staff that made it past the filter. But I want to check all of them. Let's turn off the auto casting before it drives me insane. Short trip. Void Knight. Where were we? Ah, yes. 5 points here and then there. What's that one? Whenever you damage reduces your health below 20%. Like that ever happens. You send all nearby enemies forward in time for 4 seconds. It's a 30-second cooldown. That's what the anomaly is doing. Is theoretically it sends enemies 5 seconds forward. Basically, they vanish for 5 seconds and come back.
Hey, why don't you fight something for once?
Good call. But in this case, I have it so that it instantly, basically just instantly fades the mountain back in. And it's mainly used for buffs. That's a lot of health. Tier 5 health. Tier 4 vit. Tier 5 strength. Those numbers are insane. They are insane. I can't quite wear it yet. A couple more levels. So that's tier 5, tier 4, a tier 2 cold resist, and then a tier 5 health. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to seal that cold resist. If you seal an affix, what it does is it basically removes it. You keep the affix, but it doesn't count as a filled affix, so that would give me another suffix to fill up. And I can fill it with health percent, and that chest is bonkers. Now getting a rune prison on each map. Bugged or a feature? It's not unusual to hit it a couple of maps in a row. But if you continue to get it after, say, 2 or 3, I would lean towards your call, bug or feature. Probably bug, but if it's a bug to your advantage, is that really a bug? Movement speed attunement, no, that's a cell.
Yes.
96 spell damage, cast speed, spell damage. Holy crap, that would hit really hard. Crit strike chance. That would hit really hard too because I can put cast speed on it. One of those is probably in the future what I'll be using instead of these two things. Spell critical strike. Okay, we're going to go ahead and deconstruct that one. Elemental damage, mana, we're just going to sell that one right there. Cast speed. Wow. What's the cast speed on that? It's only tier 1. Okay. We will splinter that one up too, and that's a sell. That. Let's blow it up. We can get 5, 7, 8. That may be the first time I've ever gotten as many as 8 and it got all of the shards out of the item. This time we can only get a total of 5. We only got 2. And that was the 2 I cared least about.
Yes.
Oh, I like to keep an eye on my money, and when I'm feeling flush, I'll buy out the Runes of Shattering.
Take care.
Back to the VK. Potential items for the future for this character. And now, where to next? Oh, more staves. Alright, slay enemies to locate the wild gate and then seal the wild gate. I see a shrine. Drops gold. Well, I mean, it's a few thousand gold, so it's probably equivalent of a couple of shards of shattering, realistically. Raya. I killed him, dude. He was corrupted and I killed him. Wasn't pretty. It's possible he killed me once before I killed him. I don't remember clearly. Alright. Let's summon the bad guys. I hit the summon bad guys button, and lo and behold, bad guys.
Stand down.
Or die. Echo conquered. Echo Beach, far away in time. And we open a portal and go back to our hangout, man. And over here, goodies, not so much. Not much in swag from that particular Echo. Let's see. Mana, melee, crit. Nope. Necrotic damage. Nope. Cast speed.
You're useless, mate.
Yes, I am. That's a tier 5 cast speed. If we could yoink... Oh, it's a tier 5. We can't yoink. Okay, then we'll just break that one up into pieces. Fire damage and melee fire damage. Less useful. Not a bunch of spell damage on that one. Spell damage, nope. Nope.
Quablus of the Deep. That sounds like a really friendly place.
Yeah, it's nice. 14. We can get 14 shards from this, and we get 6. Yeah, cast speed. That's the one I would have wanted most, so that's fine. All right, next up. Where are we off to now? Gosh, where are we off to now? The idols? Or idols? Or relics? Relics. I actually need a better relic. I've got one waiting in the stash, but it's much higher level. And wands, right? Wands and catalysts. Actually, the wands and catalysts. We're going to go with wands and catalysts. It's an arena. Arenas are tough. What was that tip?
Entering town is taking a little longer.
Yeah, I'm back in the monoliths.
Feet closed, but I think it makes it cool. Get loaded. 30 seconds.
Oops. We don't have a mini-map for this one, it looks like, which is slightly annoying. What level are you up to?
41.
Well, you could probably go to the monolith. You would die a fair amount. but it is good XP. So if things hang up and you can't get into maps anymore, if you can get into the monoliths, they don't seem to ever really have a problem.
Might be guys, let's see. Alright, where did the ship go?
All right. Got it. Browse through all of these. We'll turn off our auto casting because it's driving me literally insane.
Yes.
Which is, granted, a rather short trip. 58 spell damage, but fire and necrotic damage. We can't use that. And 54 cast speed and cold. We might be able to flip the cold off, as it were. Damage over time, cast speed. Mana spent as ward. That would be help our defense. Let's see if we can roll off any goodies. Or roll on any goodies as we roll off the not so goodies. So, damage over time does us no good. So, what we would like to see would be crit or crit multi. Minion damage ain't it. Spell critical strike chance, for instance, would be a good example of what we would like to see. So now we will increase the cast speed. We still have 13 potential. Freeze rate multiplier isn't bad. Resists.
Another nice ring upgrade, I'm sure.
Ward per second.
The 30 odd minion damage.
Chill or
Minion,
slow?
another minion critical strike, yeah, it's one of those. Basically, two of the same rings.
Well, let's see if we can get these both up to tier 5s. We could, but it did use up all of... So currently our smites do 15,502.
Yes.
15,502.
Only
Adding 2,000 straight up damage. That seems good. 15,637 from
too
13,930.
many dump chests.
Sorry,
Yes.
what?
Before I end up with too many dump chests, I should start setting them up.
Oh, your tabs?
Yeah. Seven idols.
Well, now we'll see if we can do for a wand. Cast speed and crit, those
I
are
can do
good things.
tabs along the top and tabs down the side.
You can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, but no, Blizzard said you couldn't do this.
Yeah, well. Actually, they said they couldn't do that. All right.
They're the best at this, if they can't do it.
That's true, they are. So, again, crit multi, or spell damage, any of those will be good. Lightning damage, not good. Elemental damage, not good. So, this has failed. Our attempt to
I
improve
created
this
the
one.
tab, didn't create the things and put them in the general. Okay, thanks, game. Isn't it? to auto create a stash tab when you create an actual tab at the top. Come on, game.
Oh, the very top. Yeah, I think that's just for categorization.
Yeah. So I created an idols tab. Purchase for 1,000 gold. Sure.
Don't worry, Blizzard will allow you to buy them for 1,000 gold, but in their case, it's actual gold.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was relics. What else were we looking at? Was it the relics? Ooh. Exalted swords. Now, I don't really have a use for exalted swords, but getting a bunch of exalted swords could inspire me. It could give me a drop that I want to build my next character from. So we're heading for the exalted swords. All right, slay enemies to locate the Sun Gate, then seal the Sun Gate. Might even get another level out of this map. Maybe. You still having no trouble with map swaps, Warp?
No, there's a few just delays, like the last one was like 30 seconds, but it headed into town, so about so how do we enter the monoliths? How do you do that?
How do you what?
You enter the monoliths.
Just keep heading right.
What?
Keep heading to the right from the end of time, from the where you portal in. Just head to the right.
It's going to be an absolute.
Yeah, I mean, I only died a couple of times, but I think I'm pretty much significantly tankier than you.
Yeah.
I was 45 or 46 when I went in. I can explain it to you if you have any questions. Just give me a minute, and I'll finish out this monolith I'm in.
Stand down or
Don't like him. Not a fan of his at all. There we go. Echo conquered. Open portal. Back. Okay, so when you walk in, you may have to scroll out. You can see where the end of time is in the lower left of the map for this whole Monoliths of Fate thing. And the first place you'll go to is the Fall of the Outcasts. So you'll basically walk to that little area where there's a blue sort of pyramid-shaped thing. You click on that, and that will open a bunch of echoes. And it'll start you in the middle, and you move out to these various echoes, which are a map where you have to do something, like kill enough mobs to cause a special mob to spawn, or find and destroy a couple of objects, that kind of thing. It'll be in the upper right, what you have to do. And you basically will kill mobs. The icon on the echoes will show you what your reward will be if you succeed when you get back to your little platform you're on. That help?
I think so. That is shit. Right. For all of the outcasts, just click the thing. English.
Yes.
Quest echo locked.
Sorry, what?
I've got this kill tree looking thing with floating rocks.
don't know what you would have hit. There are... I mean...
Well, the spinny crystal.
Right, you clicked on it, the blue one.
Yeah.
You clicked on it, right?
Yeah.
And it's sort of this web of locations.
Yeah, it's like 6 locations.
Right. You're like in the central one. You have to choose one of the ones that's adjacent to it. That's the echo. That's the map.
Right.
And the icon on it represents what the reward will be if you succeed in that map. So if you mouse over it, it'll tell you. And if you click on it, it will also say what the map is. You probably want to avoid any ones that say arena on them. And you'll go in, and most of the time it's just a bunch of mobs scattered throughout the map. And the objective will be in the upper right, and it may be like kill mobs until you find the location of the sun gate, and then close the sun gate.
Well, it says they're level 58.
That is correct. They are 58.
I'm probably not going to do any damage to them, right?
Oh, yeah, you are. At 46, I only died a couple of times. You'll just be prepared that you might die a time or two on any given map. Especially certain mobs will be very, very dangerous, and they are maybe mobs you haven't seen before. Used to be you could do this at like 35. But they've gotten harder. That's a lot of endurance for a belt. And a lot of elemental resistance for a helm. My elemental resistance is really good, so I don't need it. They go into the Exalt bucket. Vit, healing hands. That's a break it up fellow indeed. 2, 4, 8, 10. We can get 10 fragments out. We get 3. Disappointment. My disappointment is complete. Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's a like named thing.
If you look in the upper right, it should say what you have to do.
It says slay until I lure out an ambush.
Yep. Then just kill things, and at a certain point, a big mob will come out. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physically big. It'll be a tougher mob. And you fight that, and you'll have finished out your first echo. You managing to kill stuff?
Yeah.
Good. The XP is very good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Some of the loot you'll get, you may be too low level for using as well. That can happen.
Yeah, I lose level 52.
Yeah. Something took a shot at me. Destroy the siege spire.
52,
Ow.
that was a huge upgrade. Oh, that's level 58 as well.
I killed a big bear. I feel sad. Get out. Level 66. Ding, 66.
Yeah, alright, there's a giant fucking whirlwind on a small platform. So.
Sorry, what was that?
Giant whirlwind on a small platform. So.
There's a mob that throws whirlwinds, and those things are horrible. They do immense amounts of
Oh,
damage.
yeah. What the hell?
You can go back through that that echo, but you can't get the reward.
Because I died.
Yep. And I had one last night where I killed the guy, and he killed me, and he dropped a unique, and I couldn't even mouse over and see what it was. And it was gone. Like that.
So would I be losing? Can I go back and redo these then if I can't get the rewards?
Yeah.
Should I be...
Yeah, well, you mean, can you restart it? You don't have to
Well-
worry.
and get the rewards though?
No. Basically, this layout stays until you finish it. But I wouldn't worry about it, really. In this case, you're there mostly for the XP. swords. That is a lot of exalted stuff. Let me turn off my autocasts. Who doesn't like a whole bunch of grape-flavored items?
Okay. Good. Can't even dodge in time. I mean, it's a straight, like, path. There's nowhere to move to. Then they do straight line attacks. It's like, how are you going to dodge that?
Well, some of them you're probably not meant to dodge. You're meant to be able to survive. So that's going to happen at that level. We got 2, 6, 9, 13. We could get as many as
lines of archers.
13.
Let's do it.
We got 7. Pretty good. What do we have here? Cold pinion, cold penetration, and minion cold penetration. That's not that great.
It's really good XP though. Sure.
Yeah, it really is.
I like potions.
And if you're having problems getting in between maps, it's nice to have a fallback. Stun chance with melee attack. So far, these things are not blowing up my skirt. Stun chance with melee attacks. The shred armor one is certainly nice, but not like huge. Health on melee hit, very nice. Now we're talking. See, that's a big damage number. Damage numbers are sexy.
Take care.
Sometimes you just want sexy.
Lord.
There we are. One more, and we get a 10% increase to our chance to echo. Well, we got that. I'm going to try my luck again in the main storyline. Wish me luck. Couple big cracks there. I'm not getting good vibes from this. Wish you luck, but I know you'll be bestowed long loading times just like the rest of us. I know Vorp is having no problems bouncing into his maps. It's possible that it is location server dependent. Basically, there's no way of knowing exactly what is causing. We don't know what's causing those. Hopefully, they have figured out what's causing them. But it could be something like routing issues between, various location servers. So we'll see if we can get it. Oh, see, all right, now if we actually load in. I think we're going to. Yep, I can hear my GPU revving its jet engine. And there we are. So I will make at least a tiny bit of progress. Sometimes the old man forgets to turn on all of his autocasts. And then walk through a map. I like, we'll call this murder by stroll. Ooh, we have a mage. Well, we'll murder him, and we might even press a button or two. Hello. How are you doing, friend?
down or die.
I hope he wasn't too disappointed in his performance there. It wasn't overwhelming. All right, can we get in the Smoldering Grove? Uh-oh. It appears that Nodnox may have been prescient. A prophet in his own time. The first map wasn't too bad. Second one, however, not looking so good. Dodge. Endurance threshold if you've not been hit recently. That doesn't seem very strong. Hey, what do you know?
The fuck?
You getting nuked?
I did that.
This must be the worst item.
Mobs going back in.
Yeah, a couple of those experimental items, Nodnox, I am vastly unimpressed by.
The lance. Now it shall bear my final blessing.
On the other hand, there are some builds that are potion-centric and use them a lot. And that wouldn't be terrible if the other things on it were good. But by itself, yeah, I am not impressed.
Let's end our conversation there.
Alright, I spoke with Grael. I believe I'm supposed to get teleported again.
Yeah, I've had it over halfway a few times and just died.
Thought I got teleported. Maybe not. If I don't get teleported, I've got to go there myself.
XP is
Really good, yeah. And having it available just as something to do, rather than staring at a load screen. Even if you're dying a lot.
I cannot do that.
We're no hardcore players. Oh,
I
God.
cannot do that.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can't do that. I cannot do that.
Cannot do that.
There we go.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Am I going to keep saying it?
I cannot do that.
I'm going to keep saying it.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Can you do that?
I cannot do that.
I cannot do that either.
the
cannot do
fucking
that.
maps just literally just delete you. Fucking insane.
Yeah, there are some attacks you're just not going to know what the mobs do. And so you won't be able to get out of the way of something really awful.
Stand down or die.
Yeah.
You've been following me. Cut it out. You're creeping me out, dude. I didn't want to annihilate you. You made me annihilate you. With your stalking behavior. Yeah, there are a couple of the experimental affixes I'm just not convinced are good. Some of them can be really good. The one that when you use a traversal skill makes some of your minions you traverse with you can be really good.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
All right. You convinced me. Huh? We're back in a... Now that was a fast one, and we are back... This is a town area. Yeah, that one can be really, really good. Obviously only for a minion class, but
We have a problem.
for a
It is
minion
too
class.
Are you in? You did then? They're holed up in the pier. If you think you stand a chance...
I think I stand a chance. For instance, if you're running, if it's got the teleport like 3 or 4 with you, that can be really, really good if you're a primalist with pets. I think they go as high as like 15 of your minions can teleport with you, and that would be good if you're doing some, necro army build. Really awesome aspect of kicked in and only allowed you to craft on it once. Yeah, well, there's that. But in PoE, you can also brick an item. Lord knows. I've done it. Countless times.
It's gonna be dangerous.
That's the one it tends to be compared to, is PoE's crafting.
Healing.
And basically,
How did I survive that?
there's essentially no crafting in D4.
I had no right to survive that gun double show.
You do because you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Yes.
Crafting in Grim Dawn is very utilitarian, but it certainly doesn't have any real random factor in it. You always know what you're going to get. Crafting in Torchlight Infinite is pretty good.
I just did the portal thing, I don't know what that was.
Ah, but the true random nature of this is if you're familiar with the legendary potential mechanic, where you get a unique, let's say you get a unique that's great for your build, and it has legendary potential of 2.
Echo Compass.
Oh, well, that'll put me back in town at least. What the legendary potential is, there's a dungeon you can run, and at the end of it, there's a machine you can put in a unique and an exalted, the purple items, and it'll slam them together, and your unique will get, since we said it had
Is
legendary...
it worth finishing up the bonus stability, or...?
No, absolutely not. If it had legendary potential of 2, of those 4 affixes on that exalted item, 2 of them are going to be added on to that unique item, making it a legendary. If you get the right 2, your legendary will go from already something that was used in your build all the time into something amazing. But it is random. The stability, all the stability is doing is at the top of the display with all of the islands, you'll see a bar moving left to right with a couple of like lock icons on it. There on the first your first echoes and stuff there are a total of 3 quests in the upper left that become unlocked as you add stability to the timeline. The first they're set they're set quests. The first 2 are map quests. The third one is a boss fight. You defeat the boss, he'll drop you some items, and that will open up the next tier of echoes. And that's sort of how the end game works. You also get another benefit. You get blessings. So, for instance, for completing out timelines right now. I have Curse of the Flesh Blessing, which gives me a 47% increased huge idol drop rate. And I have a 25% increased leech rate from the other blessing. So as you unlock the other timelines, you get these blessings, and the blessings can be very big. They can be things like plus 75% fire resistance. Okay, I don't need to worry about fire resistance anymore. We were, back in the Divine Era, we were up here, not in Thetima. Not there. Deep Harbor is where we were. We'll try it again. Snap, crackle, and pop. Back Crispies. That's another thing I can do, is I can run a dungeon.
It's probably going to be an upgrade. Got a 50 bow and a 58 bow.
A lot of times it won't be the level that determines whether it's an upgrade. A lot of times it's just going to be the base affix.
Yeah.
Or the base, I should say. Especially because so often flat damage on the base is the big jump.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at.
Gotta say, this does not appear to be looking all the... Oh, and there, all I have to do, you see, is say it. All I have to do is say, oh, I don't know, I don't think this is going to work, and it works. Magic. Whoops, wrong way. Right way. Pardon the yawn.
Be able to hop over to Conan and if they put in the admin's putting a new dungeon, we might go and run that with them.
Okay.
But I'm just checking to see if they want to do it now or not.
Mm-hmm. Will we go in successfully or not? 2 zombies are summoned upon potion use. They seem to have gone all in. Yeah, I agree that most of the time if I get one of the on potion use things, I immediately delete it. But I know that there are builds that kind of spam potions for effects. But generally, I agree with you. I don't really get the on potion use effects. All right, let us. All right. We're all buffed up and ready to rock and roll. Slay the invasion commander and slay the saboteur.
Get pointed by all these things shattered as well.
He's big. He's dead. For Raya. Yeah. Well, the guy I had to kill died in a most proficiently fast fashion. Is there a chest back here? My brain is telling me there's a chest back here. There is a chest back here. My brain did not lie for a change. Good work, brain. I have the best brain. I have the goodest brain. That's better. Oh, we've got a mage. He deserves to be freed.
It's very damage.
Everyone wants freedom.
If you haven't for that.
Stand down or die.
Frenzy after using traversal, and increased effect of frenzy on you. So that's kind of a double dip, in that you get a little bit of frenzy, but you also get a big effect increase from frenzy.
Might be back a bit in a bit, not sure.
Okay, have fun.
Yeah.
They scream most satisfactorily as they die. Yeah, he did not seem to last very long. Speak with Harbard the Ferryman. Then I don't need to turn that in anywhere else. I thought I did. My evening is going, it's going reasonably well. A couple of down bits where the servers were not transitioning as one would like. But right now they seem to be working again. So it's kind of a hit or miss thing. When they miss, I head off to do monoliths because those are in an instanced space and don't cause any problems because they don't interact with the servers. Or don't interact with the servers that are having issues. So as long as I'm having no issues, I'm good. When I'm having issues, I'm okay. You ask me a question, I'm always going to answer way more of the question than you asked. It's just my nature. Would you rather have pizza or hamburgers? Okay, now, when we say pizza, what exactly are we talking? We're talking chain pizza? Or are we talking home, hand-thrown pizza? Or are we talking one of the good varietal local pizza places? Or burgers? Again, McDonald's? Not that interested. Burger King? That's a nice franchise burger. Homemade burgers? In-N-Out? Now we're talking. You see? Yeah, I've got one close to me. Two that I hit. One of them has a garlic chicken bruschetta with a white sauce, and it's so garlicky it burns a little. Good garlic burn. And the other place has the Figgy Piggy, which has bacon, sage, olive oil, feta, and figs.
I cannot do that.
Oh, I could do that.
I cannot do that.
Oh, I could definitely do that.
I cannot do that.
Fine. It's funny. I would say Little Caesars has terrible pizza, but sometimes it's exactly the terrible pizza I want. If it's a place I'm not familiar with, I'll usually go with pepperoni because that's safe. But given the choice of a good cheese or a pepperoni, I'd probably go with the cheese as well. But the safest thing in a bad place is always the pepperoni. Experimental, we have... I just don't think that one's good. That one could be. That one we want to break apart into pieces. We could get as many as 13. We got 12. That's absurd. Can't believe that actually worked. Let me sell this other one.
Hello. Goodbye.
But sadly, that's the kind of way I answer questions. I always have more questions that I want answered before I'm going to answer that question.
Don't lose your way.
I pick nits. I equivocate. I draw distinctions. Made me pretty good at intercollegiate debate. I also drove myself nuts. Short trip again. All right, will we actually make it to Lake Leath? Time will tell. I would like to congratulate all of you on making it through to the theoretical end of your Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday, and this time tomorrow, weekend. I hear good things about weekends. Lake Leath. Thank you. Well, one of the advantages, one of the few advantages of age, is generally speaking, you're a little bit better at seeing yourself for who you are. And so I pick nits, I draw distinctions, I quibble. It's my nature. It's not always a winning nature. And Lake Leoth took us a little bit, but here we are. Here we are, and our auto-casting spells are auto-casting. So this is a relatively shorter zone. Drops a unique item. Chimera's Essence. Damage while transformed. I don't do transforming. Transforming, that's a primalist trick. I don't play that. I like to walk through my maps, killing everything just by walking through them.
Stand down or die.
I'm pressing no buttons. I'm just killing by moving. Oh, when you're an old, beat-up old man, you enjoy the simple things. One finger. Move the mouse, hold down the left mouse button, profit. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you drop something? Like your skull? But that discussion we had a moment ago, the truth is, right now, I want fucking pizza and burgers. It's been a long time since I had In-N-Out. In-N-Out would be really good. Now, a lot of people quibble with In-N-Out. And one thing I have learned about In-N-Out is that you need to eat it right when it comes off the grill or out of the fryer. You need to eat it immediately. It does not travel remotely well. I would still, 2 minutes, I would eat it at the In-N-Out. It just doesn't travel well. And my opinion is that that's why a lot of people have a negative opinion is, you know, they buy it, they drove back to somebody's house, and they ate it and it was okay. Yeah, I'm about, well, if I catch all the lights, I'm about 5 minutes from an In-N-Out. If I don't catch the lights, 10 minutes. Unless it's rush hour, in which case, 15 minutes. However, there's also likely to be a line there anytime, anywhere near mealtime. We have another exiled mage. Poor guy. I wonder how long he's been trapped in here. Let's let him out. Kill all these bad people. They might hurt our new friend. He and I, we're going to be good friends. I'm sure of it. Sealed and temporarily displaced for arcane experiments. I'm sure it's nothing. Oh, he's going to attack me. Okay, well then I'll kill him. Bad news, dude. I've got really, really bad news for you. Bad news is you're almost dead, and you're dead. I just wanted to set him free, but no, he wanted to fight. That's a big crab. That dude's crab leg. That's going to feed a family of 12. Entering Leoth's Road. If they'll let me, we'll see. Yay! That's manageable. I certainly hope they tidy it up even more, because if it's not working relatively smoothly for the weekend, they're gonna get crucified. I have to fight through the invasion forces. This big fellow, he needs to sit down. Take a load off. He's probably tired. Us big guys get tired just walking around.
This has gone on long enough.
Hi, Leoth.
You helped clear out the rabble down here. I thank you for your efforts.
Travel to Thetima. Oh, that's right. We've got a side quest. I have all the passive point rewards. I have all the idle slot rewards, which means there's no reason for me to do side quests anymore. There are more side quests than you need to do to get all of the points. So, since I have all of the achievable side quest points, no reason for me to do any more of the side quests. This is good. The next zone is one that I hate. It's the only piece of the design I remember when they brought it out. I thought it was really badly designed. It's a little better now, but it's still not good. The quest flow in that zone is abysmally bad. Now, in some of the early zones, the quest flow isn't great and you can get lost and not find something you're looking for. But this one, it's just bad in that it's one of those... Generally speaking, us ARPG players hate going back through stuff. We want to go through stuff once. And in this case, the quest flow sends you back into zones you've previously been to for no reason. And we hates it, precious. We hates it forever. Mujasa is the goddess of the south, mistress of the desert. The sand has been blessed by her scales. It is dusted across the night sky, forming the stars. Nice for her. Stuck on a loading screen sounds like a relatable song title. And now my brain has done it again. My mouth brain, as opposed to my brain has done it again. The mouth brain probably knows what you're talking about, but he doesn't talk with the brain. So I don't know what I said. Now, if that sounds unlikely that I have a mouth brain and a brain, most guys will tell you we also have a very small brain that doesn't live in our head. Lives further south, if you know what I mean. And sometimes he does all the thinking for us. Okay, keep on blabbling. I like blabbling. That's a nice word. Oh, a fourth brain in the tummy too. Yeah, I can see that. Leads you to eating too much or eating something you know you're going to regret later. Yep, I'll buy that. My mouth brain will talk and make references on its own. And it very seldom actually communicates with my brain. The small brain, as I call it, will occasionally talk with the brain, but most of the time is completely on his own. Occasionally will convince the brain to do something really stupid. And then, yeah, the stomach brain. It's a very localized brain, and it will lead to discomfort later. But in the moment, it's a happy brain when you're shoveling down that 8th piece of pizza. Come on, give me Thedema. I deserve it. Please? Ooh. Yeah, other parts of your body may be telling the stomach brain, no, don't, not the sauce. The chicken? Okay, we can work with that, but not the sauce. Your asshole's going, oh, why does he do this to me? Oh, my God. Oh, not the ghost pepper. This has been Len's Mystery Theater. Oh.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
And why can I not do that?
I cannot do that.
Oh, oop. Huh. There we go. Our ping times were for shit skis. We are in Thedema.
I cannot do that.
I cannot do that. We made it to Thedema. Main quest line.
I'm glad you are safe. I see it. That would not be wise. Liath's been known to be tense. Though I see her as a friend, she will consider me as a threat.
Armor mitigation also applies to damage over time. That can be useful. Right, that is one. Yeah, okay, I'll hold on to that one. That goes into experimental. Not to be confused with just plain mental. I counted them. Last night at level 40, I had gotten 16 uniques, which is a stupidly high number. Actually, I'd gotten 2 more, but those were quest rewards, and I didn't count those. Including 3 sets of the same boots. They're the same color, and I don't have anything to accessorize with it. I'm still using one of them. It's quite good. It's a quest reward one. Gives you a 100% critical strike chance if you've not dealt a critical strike lately. And 50% less critical strike if you have. And you gain health on crit. It's really good at low level, and it's still good now. Uniques drop like candy in PoE. Most of them are trash niche. Well, in this case, most of them are niche too. Not so many are trash, for sure. And one of them even came, where is it? With 2 legendary potential. Lower level uniques are far more likely to drop with legendary potential. Now what I would really like is to get another one of these gel course blast knives. Maybe 6 or 8 months ago I saw this build and I said, God, I'd really like to use, you need 2 of them really. And I got one as a drop. And I went, okay, well, that's awesome. But I need a second one. I'll use a Rune of Ascension. That will randomly turn a dagger into a legendary dagger. And I could get lucky and get it. How many tries could it take? It took 1. And so with 2 gel course blast knives, they changed detonating arrow. It no longer requires a bow. It turns it into a melee skill, basically. And it gives you +6 total to detonating arrow. And 120 extra melee damage for detonating arrow. So if I can get a second one of these to show up, I know what my next character will be. I'm always thinking about my next character. In every game, ever. It's just my nature. I understand my nature. I always want more character slots. I always want more alts.
Farewell.
I think that's it for here. That one. Yep, that's it. Talk to him.
These waters are dangerous.
These waters are dangerous. Let's go.
The traveler sets sail, eager to make it to the Isle of Storms.
The ship is secure. Should reach the pier in no time.
The God's temple, a beacon of light.
Careful. Lagarde's not used to visitors.
The Isle of Storms.
Lagan's kind of a dick, truth be told.
With its capricious guard.
I'm entering Lagan's Isle. Here on Galagon's Isle. I'm already entering. Another player here. He is showing his free cloak that everyone gets. If you have your Twitch account connected, it's a Twitch drop. I have one too. I don't know if I've gotten any of the other drops yet. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing new there. No. No, I think that's all the stuff I already had. Oh God, which reference now? Gilligan's Isle? Did my brain remember the reference? Good brain. that's the kind of thing I referred to about the mouth brain not talking to the brain. The mouth brain did the Lagan's Isle to Gilligan's Isle thing on its own. That really never entered the brain. Are we going to make it? No, I do not have any of the waypoints yet. So I can't try and brute force it. Nope, failed. That sound is failed to matchmake. I haven't heard that all day long. Mouth brain is trained to keep yapping so the brain can wonder and pretend it's not there. Well, it's often not technically there. However, I will say that the mouth brain is a useful adjunct to a streamer. Being able to keep up a line of bullshit. People who tune in to a stream where the streamer doesn't say anything, unless the streamer is god tier at the game and the viewer is plays that game as well, to be able to recognize the god tier nature of their play. That's Lagan, by the way. Big on tentacles. Probably also a big fan of Ahagao. That one came from the brain. I'm waiting to hear from my GPU. If it starts revving up, we know we're loading in. Very much so. Your mouth brain isn't super developed and hates working. Brain never stops talking, though. Well, at least if someone says, that was a great reference, your brain knows exactly what they were referring to. Part of my intercollegiate forensics experience. Forensics is speech and debate team. Public speaking. Doing an event like impromptu speaking, where they give you 3 topics, and you have 7 minutes to prepare and deliver a speech. Usually 2 minutes to prepare and 5 minutes to deliver the speech. You kind of learn to roll. The brain is trying to send good ideas to the mouth brain, but the mouth brain's got to be the one that puts them out there. Oh, come on, Lagon. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Really, seriously. There's no need for you to do this to me. Just let me on. Just let me in. Let me in. Because once we finish with him, we have a couple more desert maps, and that takes us to like Upper Majelka Upper City, and that's where we finally can join the Circle of Fortune, which is what I've been trying to get to for 2 days now. That was my objective, was to get to the Circle of Fortune as quickly as possible. And probably I'm doing it as quickly as possible given the amount of downtime. I'm going to give this another minute or two, and then I'm going to hit it over the head with a hammer, and we'll try to reload. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Take me back to character select. Please don't explode. Now, it may show a fail here again. If it fails, good results have been had by switching to offline and then switching back to online. I will really quickly check and see what... Wrong button. 6:14 p.m. That's their time. 6:41, so that's 4:41 my time. That's an hour and a half ago. Many seem to be connecting and playing without issue, but we're investigating reports of players who are unable to log in. That really the last reference they've got? Yeah, okay, theoretically I should be getting in. Yeah, I think I'm getting in. Finally managed to resolve the linking issue with Twitch, but still no redeems. Alright, I heard the sound effect. Come on. It's weird that some of the time I'm hearing like sound effects and stuff. Not just of my pets, but I think of other players. So I think it's pretty clear that I've actually, as far as the server's is concerned, I'm in. But it's not passing along the information to the client. Telling it, okay, you're in, load these things. So maybe it's just having trouble parsing out who's in the map. Because this is a shared space. This is a town space, as it were. These have been the real problem most of the time, is moving into or out of multiplayer spaces. That's all I have to say. I'm going to check the Discord. Nothing new there. Since, yeah, about 4 o'clock my time, 2 hours plus. Which means it's 8:14 there. Presumably they're still working. Judd, that's too long a gap in your updates. Okay, why is... You'll note the cursor is changing. The cursor shouldn't be changing unless, I don't know, it's interacting with something in the screen. But now I can't bring the settings up. So I'm going to... You can hear my GPU. Something's going on. My GPU's spinning up. No. It must have been something else. So I'm going to kill the application and relaunch. We'll try it again. Come on, EHG. You can do this. You can do it. Okay, good. Logging me in. Okay, I'm going to click play offline. And then switch to online. And then enter game. I seem confused. Alright, end of time. That was better. Alright, so there may be a client issue as well where the client gets into a gummed up state. We're in the divine era. We can't reach there yet, right? Because we do not have... any waypoints there. So we're in Thedema. We'll try going back to Thedema. Yeah, I've heard specifically people mentioning connecting offline and then going online. Now, will that provide any lasting benefit? We'll see. Oh, let's see. I was logged in here, and I was clicking. That's the person I was able to mouse over and get the icon to change. Because I was like sitting here, and that was the one that was making the icon change. So I was basically in. Yeah, you travel in time in this game too. Yeah. So I'm at the end of time. The Ruined Era is when the Void is overrunning the world. The Imperial Era is, well, the Empire and the Emperor is undead. So it's an Empire of the Undead. The Divine Era, as well as the gods, are still kicking around. In the Ancient Era, you've got, like, your dinosaurs and the like. They do a couple of sort of nifty tricks with it. But not a bunch. There's a quest where there's a guy who won't let you through a door. And you need the key. So you go to the future, where it's ruined. You find his body. You take the key off his body. You go back, open the door, kill him, and put the key back on him for you to find in the future. But that's about the only one of the quests they really do sort of a, ha-ha, we're playing time games. And this doesn't appear to be actually, working. Let's see if I can get into the Monolith of Fate instead. There is if you, I think, get 3 people to enter your friend code, you can generate a friend code, you give it to them, they enter it, and if you get 3 of them to enter your code, you get an MTX of a B. I don't know exactly the nature. I don't much care. But people in chat are constantly asking for people to take their codes. Why do they hate me so? Okay, we'll try the Divine Error and Thedema again. This time, definitely. I'm just putting it out there. Definitely. Positive thinking. I'm thinking positive things. Like a honeybee, I'm a sucker for BMTX. I'd probably be posting my code if I played. I'm not sure if there's a picture of it. Let me check. Last Epoch B referral. Referral swap freebies. How to get the bee pet in Last Epoch. It's a bee pet. You can now send your invite code to a friend and they can claim you as the person who referred them. You may only claim one person as the person who referred you. Each time a person enters your referral code, you receive one of the 3 bee-themed cosmetic pets, up to a maximum of 3. So there are 3 bee-themed cosmetics. I do not know their nature. Oh, there's a imager. Oh, that's just the imager of you have successfully entered. I don't care about that. I wanted to see what they look like. I'm not sure there's a picture of them. I don't see any pictures, maybe? It looks like it's a pet. And the first one has 3 bees, the second one has like 8 bees, and the last one has like 12 bees. And we did get through here, it looked like. Yes, we did. Now we once again... We'll go to the boat and see if we can catch a ride. Ride, ride, ride. Catching a ride. Yeah, so it looks like it is a couple of bees, a few bees, and a bunch of bees as a pet. If you're a bee fan, now you know. Holy crap, we're in. Okay. Alright, we're ready. Let us find and murder things. I will murder all of the things. A little bit of lightning going on. Nice, nice. Mood setting. If you get any, are you going to be keeping them? Not Knox. I thought you'd agreed not to steal my jokes anymore. You didn't actually agree to that, but I thought I had agreed that you would not steal my jokes anymore. That is your second bee-based pun this evening.
Stand down or die.
I do believe. I would say that I was allergic, and I'm afraid you're going to give me hives. But the jokes sting. Yeah, that's enough. Use a pun, go to hell. That's the law. Well, we'll see if we can... good quick transfer. We're not going from a town area, so that should make things easier and faster. We now have the quest.
You were told not to come here.
Yeah.
It would be wise to leave.
Yeah. Shut up. Oh, I have to speak with her.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to get a couple of goodies, one in each of two maps. And then we'll move on to sort of an aquatic underground area. And eventually we'll end up fighting Mr. Nibs here. That is, that guy is really needs to lay off the caffeine. That's the first time I've seen that. That was some ragdoll physics gone terribly awry. Well, I killed him pretty quick. I hope he's not feeling crabby. Alright, that's one. Yeah, ragdoll physics on methamphetamine. Not even once. Alright, we'll walk back. Drop off the first. And we're going to skip the side quests, because we don't need them. Because we've got all the idols and all the points. The other one, I picked up one of them, didn't I? Maybe I have to get both? It's down this way. Down the other way.
Stand down or die.
When they first created this zone and brought it into the game, these crabs had so many hit points. They were just ludicrous. Not the wrapper. All right, we have both of the magic dongles. That will open the door. And then we get to beat up the lady who's been Leoth, who's been giving us a hard time. Beat up. We're gonna give her a noogie. One moon fragment. Two moon fragments.
Again and again. Yet you persist. If you wish for Lagons to
I step into the pool.
so be it.
Pretty effective against me. All right. We're going to step into the pool. And I'm going to stand and do a couple of quick laps around the chair. Okay, that's a quarter of a mile. Oh, all right. Quarter of a mile's enough. $4,000 gold, 2,500 XP. Yeah, laugh it up, funny boy. I would not be surprised if I die to Lagon. I had to fight him the other day at about this level, I think, using a more difficult to use movement skill, and managed to do it without dying. And he can kill people. One of the very, very best players, arguably the best player of the game, Lizard. If you're not familiar with him, Lizard_IRL is really, really knowledgeable about the game. He's, I think, the project lead for the Max Roll last Epoch content. And I believe he died. Hardcore. To Lagon. Yesterday or today. I was watching him earlier today. I don't know if it was Lagon's story, which is the one I'll be doing, or it was Lagon, because Lagon shows up later in Echoes as a boss for one of the Echoes. Into the temple depths. So I believe this is the map where we fight Leath, who's basically like his priestess, who is basically keeping anyone from talking to him. And play on hardcore. Oh, yeah, I've never understood how anyone could play on hardcore. And the only time I kind of find it amusing to watch a rip is when it happens immediately after they say something silly. I don't know if, for instance, Noogie was talking when he talked about defensive layers. You've got to build defensive layers, and 5 seconds later he got killed because he didn't have enough defensive layers. What's amazing about the hardcore players is that most of them take it with such equanimity. They'll laugh or something. I wouldn't. The game's going pretty well. Servers seem to be functioning mostly. Occasionally we have a glitch, and I have to log out and come back. Or maybe don't have to. Choose to log out, and when coming back that seems to help. But that may just be purely perceptual on my part. I got in, ergo my actions are what made me log in. If they can keep it working even just a little better than this for the weekend, they should be fine. No, this is Void Knight Auto Bomber. I have 2 spells that I'm auto casting, and basically that's most of it. I referred to these earlier as me having blue balls. My blue balls are devouring orbs, and then I have this purplish shell around me, and that's anomaly, and those are both auto casting, so that on most maps I can just, all I have to do is walk through and kill everything. It's kind of a no-brainer. There are basically 2 really solid builds. You can go with the Auto Bomber. There are probably a couple others for VK as well. And I've done Void Knight Warpath. Sork and Druid. I tried a couple of the Shaman builds, or Primalist builds that I hadn't tried before a couple weeks ago. And they hadn't died. I reached like the 50s or even 60s, and they hadn't died. I just wasn't finding them that much fun. I tried the Void Knight Spin to Win, the Warpath build, and that was okay, but it felt like even more of a one button than this does. I was probably going to go Sorcerer until I decided to try this one. I tried this one out over a few days back, and I found it entertaining. And also, it's a really good one when you're streaming, because a lot of the time it takes none of my attention until I can keep an eye on chat. Also, I'm an old fart, and really intensive builds and I don't necessarily always get along. And I wanted to hurry in and get to the faction selection part. I haven't quite gotten there yet because of the server issues. But I wanted to get there because I build a lot of alts. I really enjoy playing a lot of alts. And I wanted to get my choice made for Circle of Fortune so that I could start looking at making alts if I wanted to. And now we're going to beat her up. She runs away into various corners. Missed me. You don't have to kiss me if you don't want to. I mean, you've got tentacles coming out of your back, and that's a bit on the gross side. She's over there. The annoying thing about this boss is she runs away to the corners. And until she's shooting at you, you can't tell which corner she's in. Ow. Got to avoid that. She's down here. Grab the potion. Probably not going to need it, but why give him a shot? I should be over here. No, up there. Missed me. Almost got her. Oh, she moved again. Whoosh. Got her. Now, I doubt it will be quite that easy with Lagon. Yeah, the big guy is up real fast. It is a 3-phase fight. First, you go up on sort of a ledge and fight him. And then he kind of teleports you back down to the non-ledge part. You run around, you kill tentacles. This is the non-ledge part. And then when you kill enough tentacles and stuff, he teleports you back up. He has eye attacks. In my experience, the eye attacks are the worst. And those are what you need to avoid. And you kind of have to damage the... Ow! You kind of have to damage the tentacles, is the key here. He stunned me. Not great. That's the one. That eye beam. In my experience in the past, that's the thing that kills. And that might also. Probably bad. Beams. Didn't used to be you killed him by hitting his tentacles. Note, I always felt that it was more likely, if you really wanted to kill him in a hurry, it wouldn't be the tentacles. Ow! But it would sound like something very similar to tentacles. I almost screwed that up. Alright, that's the first phase done. Once upon a time, I had a character who got this far and couldn't beat... Oh, crapoly! And couldn't beat him because... eventually did beat him. But I was using a Warpath character. Oh, those things are bad news. And the Warpath couldn't hit him. So I had to kill him slowly with all of my non-main attacks. It took forever. Tentacles. You want to defeat the Sea Lord, you need to kick him right in the tentacles. Maybe that wasn't tentacles. Maybe I misspelled that. Oh, we're back. Hi, Lagon. How you doing? I tell you, the old movement skill... The other movement skill you can have on this character, you have to target an object. You have to target a hostile object, like the tentacles. But it was faster to act and everything, so I think I actually had better luck with that. Also, right now I have a lot of leech going, so that's helping me. When I take a hit, my leech is still running and keeping me up. We've almost got him. No, 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 no. Alright, got him. Hi, Lagon. How you doing? You're not mad at me, are ya? Lagon can kill. Raya, he's killed Hayarot. Yeah. What about Thedema, your people? Drop your loot. Come on, drop your loot. You want to. You know you want to. Thank you. He drops lots of loot. Most of this is getting filtered out by my filter. Back to Thedema. Back to Thedema. Back to Thedema. Lagon? He says he wants me out, but he won't let me go. I think he digs me. Okay, it says return to Thedema. It doesn't want to actually let me return to Thedema. Let's try wangling our way there the hard way. Yeah, the build is pretty tanky. And that makes perfect sense. Playing offline is, unless you have a specific reason you think you're going to want to play with friends or something,
I cannot do
there's no real pressing reason
I cannot do that.
to play online, especially when it's having problems like it's been having. We want to shatter that one. Shatter, shatter, Shobi. 7, 10. We could get 13 shards from this. We got 5. It's okay. Have a character for online, then 2 offline for stream and 1 on my own. Yeah, that's a perfectly rational way of doing it. The only issue with that is that you don't have a shared stash between the 2 batches of characters. That's the only negative to it. And maybe, you know, for a lot of people, that's not that big of a negative. Yeah, we're gonna crack this one open too. Why not? 4 or 7, we could get 9. Oh, I must have lost connection or something because it didn't allow that to work. I wonder if I'm going to see a message right about here that says, no, I'm seeing them moving. I shouldn't see them moving. Why won't it shatter? I don't understand. There we go. Lost connection. I was right. That's weird that I can still see people moving around. So my client is still getting data from the server. It just thinks it's not. My reaction to this is what? Thank you. It's a really good game. And if it wasn't for the server problems, they would be popping off, I believe is the phrase the kids use. Okay, we just heard. There it is. Again, the sound. And see, the client knows where I am. There's an NPC and it changes my cursor. My client knows where it is. The server and the client have just decided they're just not speaking. So, I'm going to close it. Reopen it. Pardon the flashbang. Oof. We'll try the trick again of saying play offline and then switching to online. Nice helm. At this point, you chalk it up for the creators not realizing it was going to have as large of a launch as it did. I think that's certainly part of it, yeah. I also think there's some part of the infrastructure that hit a point where it couldn't handle it, and some bits of computer infrastructure, if they can handle 50 things and you give them 51, they handle 50, and then you're 52 and they handle 50, and so this continues to grow, but it continues to handle 50. There are others that continue to handle 20, 30, 40, 50. When it goes to 51, they stop working correctly. And maybe it then goes to 61 and 20 get through, and 71 and 10 get through. And that's the kind of problem that can be impossible to find out about until you're really at scale. Things break in different ways. I mentioned either last night or earlier today, one of the things I've seen in the past happen is that effect that I just described as an example, where it's 50 and 50 go off, but it's gummed up at 51 and then 52. So this isn't actually breaking, right? It's slowly getting further and further behind, but you can't really say it's breaking. But what happens is every time this number is too big, and it does that, it sends off an error message to the log. And while this part is still working mostly fine, it's slowly building up a problem. The error logs are growing exponentially fast, and they fill up, and the disk fills up, and the whole thing explodes. I have seen logs make almost perfectly written software explode in ways where the devs had no idea what was going on for hours. I'm not going there. Where am I going? Fatima. I'll try it again. Because I'm a former IT geek, anytime there's a big failure, certain companies you can count on, they will always include a detailed after-action report of what actually caused it. And I think the guys here at Last Epoch have said they're going to do the same thing. They're going to, they present an incident report where they will sometimes get extraordinarily detailed as to what the problem was. And the number of times it's something weird and unexpected, like log files got too big, is surprisingly large. Something started throwing errors and the log files broke. And everyone's initial response is, you broke the log files, but no, I've seen it enough times. Yeah, you break the frickin' log files. Sell that. It's not good enough to use, but it's good enough to shatter. Let's try shattering things again. I believe this is where we left it. I think this is the one I was actually trying to shatter, shaubi. Can I break it again? Nope, worked that time. Okay. Cast speed, freeze rate multiplier. No. The cast speed. We would like the cast speed off that. That is tier 5 cast speed. I will not be happy without at least 3 cast speed shards. 1. This is going to show up on your performance review. No, that's just a cell. Greetings. And that's an enormous stun chance. This goes back into the tab filled with grape-flavored items. Delicious. We need to talk with them. Goodbye. Not sure. Why did I need to talk to them? Pardon my rudeness. I have no time to speak with you. I'm in the middle of chastising my subordinates' incompetence. That's, yeah, I'm sure you're the kind of boss that inspires.
Don't lose your way.
What?
You're back. You met Ione short next. It will be a long road to Majelka after.
Majelka. They don't show up there, I guess, because I'm in town. Anyway, we are off to Majelka. I hope. Yeah, I think so. No, that's Lagan. I didn't want to board. No, that's not right. What? What? Board the ship. Oh, yeah, that's the one I wanted. Okay. Board the ship heading to Sarethka. Same one for Lagan. It seems a little weird, but okay. And if we have good luck with the maps here, I may be able to get to the point. I was going to call it at Lagon, but I'm going to try and see if I can get you guys to the point where I get to choose Circle of Fortune. The first thing you get for Circle of Fortune, right when you start, a 35% chance that every time you get a drop, you'll get another of the same type. So if you drop, say, 10 rare items, 35% of the time you'll get 20. And that's just the first thing you get from the Circle of Fate. So much good stuff for a solo player. If you're not intent on trade... Yep. Here we go. Quest completed. There we go. More XP for me.
How did you enjoy the trip?
Hi, Yulia. Yulia, oh Yulia. Oh, have you seen Yulia? Oh, Yulia, the tattooed lady. That's an old guy reference. It's an old Groucho Marx reference. Looks like we're going to receive all 3 Bs for the referral program since they're going to disable it. Is that everybody? In which case, I'm fine with that. If it's only if you've got 1 or more, then my friend and I are going to have to quickly change them, but I expect it's everyone. Hello, Cesar. Yeah, that's one of those good ideas. Kind of bit him in the ass. But I don't remember who it was. Who was I watching earlier? Oh, I was watching Lizard in real life. Lizard IRL. Everyone owns a copy. Great. I was watching Lizard IRL, and he said, yeah, I've seen these kind of things 1,000 times, and every single time it turns into a clusterfuck. So, will we, in fact, get into the crossroads? I can see them, a bunch of some experienced and a lot of not so experienced developers thinking that's a good idea. It's never a good idea. Victory! Temporary. We've got to get all the way to Upper Majelka. And then I believe that's where we get the choice. Now, I have a quest there, but that's a lesser quest. Whoops, before we forget. But we don't care about side quests anymore. Well, that's not helpful. We only care about main quests anymore. I gotta say that for a desert, this place is certainly full of life. Oops. We've got a chest of goodies. What will we get? Those tornadoes those things summon can do a lot of damage. What do we get? A bunch of... a Temporal Sanctum key? Nice. Temporal Sanctum is where you can, if you have a unique item with legendary potential, you defeat Julra, and that's where you can take a exalted item and a unique item and slam them together to make a legendary item. I've never fought Julra. Where is he? There he is. Or here they are, I guess. There's a whole bunch of them. They're all going to die. Oh my god, the smell. Burning feathers. Ugh. Oh my god, that's awful. Return to Sarethka. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do that the fastest way, which is to return. Somebody just got their first unique. They linked it in chat. The scavenger, I have 2 of them. Really, I went through a period last night where I was getting just so many uniques. It was ridiculous. And this guy's on skates.
I cannot do that.
That's a neat microtransaction. Skates.
Dodging, unfortunately, there's a dry rib. Unfortunately, they are iron now. They're no better than Nagasa.
I cannot do that.
I cannot do that.
I cannot do that.
Can I do that?
I cannot do that.
Are you sure?
I cannot do that.
I know you keep saying that, but I'm not sure I'm
I cannot
convinced.
do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
The dry river.
I cannot do that.
Fill the river? I wouldn't expect you
I
to.
cannot do that.
I know.
I cannot do that.
Oh, quit your whining.
I cannot do that.
Where's your can do?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
We can definitely tell when we actually made the transition. The dry river. How far is it to Majelka? Upper District. I think it's like one more map after the next one. And we get what I was hoping to get done possibly yesterday, but definitely by today. I may actually get it done. I would be tickled. Not pink, but tickled. Not pickled, tickled. Pickled would be good, though. Dead guy. Scarab Brood Keeper. Oh, he's a big guy. And he's dead. Big guy, and he's dead. This build is... it's pretty dumb. I mean that in a good way. Immediately revving up the GPU tells me that we got immediately through. Am I correct? This should lead us to Majelka.
Stand down or die.
I can't get in there. They suckered me in. They said, look, you want to go this way. But of course you didn't want to go that way. You wanted to go the other way entirely. Not fair. Playing tricks on the old man. Alright. Sort of a wet, squishy noise when those bugs die. Down this way. This way. Scalebane Swarmkeeper, huh? Oh, poor fella.
Thank you for the assist. I could have got you happen perhaps. I can't complain about that. You ready to head out there?
I was born ready. I can't believe I just said that.
Scalemen would never let me be. Scalemen use these to stage ambushes on people and trade the caravans. Makes me sick to see that they exploit our people like this.
Big bugs. By the way, I am, in point of fact, an entomophobe. And If I ever saw a bug as big as the one that I just squooshed,
Stand down or die.
I would shit my pants so far, I would go airborne. Not a fan of bugs. And so the idea of a beetle the size of a bus disturbs me on a very deep and personal level. It kind of creeps me the bleep out. How about that? That one right there. Those. So I don't think I would like this desert. Also, giant, I think wasps maybe they look like. Wasps are nature's assholes. And you couldn't pay me to ride a beetle. Hey, I didn't choose it. It chose me. Jelka, Upper District? Oh my god, please, please. Gimme.
I cannot do that.
Alright. There, I turned him off. I'll stop saying I cannot do that, even though I cannot do that. I think this is where we get the choice, the big choice. Please. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, actually, I think you run into an NPC and he asks if you want to go to the bazaar or the observatory. And then, from what I saw one person make the choice. It looked like he teleported you. Okay, so there is the waypoint. That's a side quest, but in this case... yeah.
Too long have we all been bound by the chains of fate. I will shatter them.
Yeah, this one's it's not skippable. Out of all the insects that I don't want supersized, I'm quite okay with beetles since they don't have venom or aggressive just for the F of it like hornets. Well, yeah, hornets and wasps, nature's assholes, no doubt about it. Them and geese, I understand.
Farewell.
Farewell. Do I want this? It's not bad. But I kind of need cooldown on it. Oh, there's the key for the temporal sanctum. Int and movement speed. I didn't know that could happen. This dropped with a sealed affix. This has 5 affixes. I didn't know they could drop with a sealed affix. What the bleep? And it's cooldown speed, which is really good for my build. It's intelligence. It has no forging potential, though. Oh, it arrives with no forging potential. That's interesting. That's something I had not seen and did not know existed. And now I do. What is that got? Adds void damage. Chance to cast a void rift on kill. What the... And why is that a different color? Oh, it's Julra's. No forging potential on that either. Is this a Julra's thing? Scholar Shrine, no. It has no forging potential. Spell critical hit. Well, the quickest way to find out is, let's see. Currently, my smite does an estimated 18k. 8k. The thing is, though, this is... I'm not getting an accurate number because this gives you a 100% crit chance unless you've crit recently. So basically the first time I attack after some length of time, I'm not sure what recently is, 2 seconds or 4 seconds. My attacks after, first attack after that period ends will be a crit, and then I'm less likely to get crits. So I don't know if this is actually better or worse because I can't really read it against this item. What does it say about that? It's a personal affix, cannot exist as a shard. That's two things I've never seen before. They need to go into the box for now. What's in the box? And that is a key to the Temporal Sanctum. Currently we have 2 keys to the Lightless Arbor and 1 to the Temporal Sanctum. I think there are 3 dungeons in the game.
No one is permitted to
When will the temple be opened?
Was it just me, or was that speech unusual?
There was definitely something strange about it. I made a friend. Do you have a plan? Yeah.
Trust this friend of yours.
I don't trust anybody, Toots. Come on, come on.
I overheard your conversation. Why did I... deal! It's well, absolute. And hey, if you're looking for a little detour before you dispose of the guild leader, let me know. I might have just the thing. Fancy a little extra work. Now you're just trying to be mean.
Really, a bounty
as
now?
I'm sure his name is on... Bring me his head, of course. I'll be around here when the job's done.
Okay, no, not that way. I need to enter the Majelka slums. So we're not quite there yet. I mean, we're at Majelka. We're just not at the point where I have to choose Circle of Fortune or Merchant's Guild. Alright, I am now autocasting again, and I will commence murdercation. Murderification. Murder action, murderization. I'm gonna kill a lot of things. Oh, I've got a mage. A little exiled mage action. I'm sure he'll be friendly this time, don't you think? Yeah, no, you hit me with the big swirling ice, and I don't really seem to care, do I? It's because I'm badass and you're just ass. Again, I can't take credit for the build. Thank you, Allie. I mean, not like she put it together just for me. It's on Last Epoch Tools, if anyone wants it. Run from you? Are you smoking the cracks, dude? Oh, he's gonna tear me apart. Oh wait, maybe not. I gotta say, stand down or die. That doesn't sound like a very Void Knight thing. That does sound a little bit more like the, you know, the Paladin thing, say.
Can I help
That's I'm headed inside 10,000, 100,000 gold. Yeah, I don't think so. How about instead I just kill you, like that? The Majolka slums, lovely. Nothing nicer than a nice slum. Armor mitigation applies to damage over time. That's nice. A significant chunk. Ooh, cast speed on that too. Not bad. There we go. I'm going to keep at it. And hopefully we'll get back and get to make the big choice that I've been waiting for since 9 a.m. yesterday. Find the Scalebane Guild Leader's hideout. Memory serves, there are like a bunch of, well, not a bunch, a number of basements I need to go into. Oh.
Stand down or die.
And we've got another mage, but first... Scalebane rogues and stuff, and it didn't work out well for them. I think they're regretting their career choices. Why, sure, another rogue mage. Assassin's Jade Ring of Sparks. Alright, we finished that one off. Unfortunately, they continue to have the little "there's something for you" circle flashing effect. Even after you've already been in them. I would consider that a bug. They might just consider that a UI design choice. You know, Paladin or Forge Guard, sure, maybe they say stand down or die. But the Void Knight probably just smiles and says, die. You die, the girl dies, everybody dies. Name that movie reference. If anyone can name that movie reference, I'll be impressed. It's not impossible. What are you offering? I'll shop. It doesn't look like he's got anything I'm particularly interested in. Mitigation also applies to damage over time. Yeah, okay, we'll hold on to that one. Sell that one. Not bad, but I know, I think. No. We're feeling a little flush. Let's go ahead and pick up a couple more shattering goodies. Farewell, my friend. A lot of people around here don't particularly like me. I mean, I never did nothing to them. I mean, except possibly, you know, kill some of their friends and neighbors. Possibly kill a great many of their friends and neighbors. This is the headquarters, I think. Oh, look at you. Sneaky, bouncing around, but now you're halfway dead already. And now you're 80% dead, and now you're 130% dead. Ah, and you become a Scalebane Snaky Poo. It's not going to actually turn out to have helped very much because you're 120% dead again. A lot of poison they put on me, though. return to Zarek and Majelka. Okay. We hit M. We head back to Majelka. Hopefully. Come on. I can hear I'm in town. So we may have that, again, have that thing where the client knows I'm in town. And maybe even the server knows I'm in town, but the two of them aren't speaking to one another. I'll give it a minute or two. So close I can taste it. Tastes like Shin Black ramen. That was my dinner. I was curious, do we have any place where the cursor changes again? We'll go back to the character selection. Gonna let me back in? Let me.
I cannot do that.
Okay, I'm in. It says connecting. Okay, well that was weird.
I cannot do that.
I'm still casting. All right, I'm still auto casting or trying to. Okay, back to Majelka, hopefully, Upper District, where the guy will be ready to embrace me into the Circle of Fortune. Looks like we're loading. All right.
Aha! You're happy despite all that. I'm through to my... I know it. Win-win, right? All right. Once you're done there, you should reach the crystal mine. After that... oh, come on. Where is that fighting spirit? It's going
You don't have a fighting spirit.
Like you've got any other options.
Ugh.
Farewell.
Yeah, farewell. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, keep. I'm gonna hope to get the chance to apply frailties off this. Nope. That's a great big whiff. Experiment. All right, we're going into more Majelka. This is the Upper District. Oh, this is the place.
Before we go any further, first, then you will find both the bazaar and observatory nearby. Keep in mind.
Visit the observatory for Circle of Fortune. Yes.
You won't be accepted into the other until you break those ties. Decisions, eh?
Not much of a decision. Victory! As soon as we actually get there. Wait, what? It said enter. There we go. The observatory. Oh my god, we're so close.
Hello.
Hello, Galila.
Care to change your fortune with a prophecy from the stars? Don't tell Zarek asked you to meet with the Circle of Fortune, didn't he?
He did. How did you
I
know?
would love to say that it was foretold in the stars. The truth is, I saw you speaking with him from one of the balconies.
She's been stalking me. She digs me.
My name is Galila, and it's my honor to offer any and all.
What can the Circle of Fortune do?
Very, open-ended question. I will have
to restrain myself from telling you about the various fields of research we've
She has to
done
restrain herself. She
and
definitely
get
digs
to
me.
more practical applications. If you assist in our research, your reputation among us will grow. Then we will be able to afford you greater access to our discoveries. With our knowledge of the stars, one might gain prophecies and use their guidance to discover treasure.
Ooh.
Others would find naught. What do you say? Do you wish to have fate on your side?
I am sure. Favor and reputation. While aligned with the Circle of Fortune, you gain favor when slaying enemies or completing quests. Favor can be spent in the observatory to gain reputation, which is your experience with a faction. A small amount of reputation is also gained when slaying enemies or completing quests. Rank and rewards. As reputation grows, you gain ranks within the Circle of Fortune, unlocking more powerful benefits towards finding more and better items. I am Circle Rep 1. Enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. That means 35% quantity. Like that. At 2, once I gain 1,000 rep, 45% chance for Runes of Ascendance to be preserved when used on an item that requires at least Circle of Fortune rank 1. Some items will drop. Any of these items that drop in that 35% chance of dropping will be a Circle of Fortune item, which means you can only wear those and use those while you're aligned to the Circle of Fortune. Later on, if I align to the Merchant's Guild for a while, I can't wear anything that's marked to the Circle of Fortune. The third, whenever an idol drops, there's a 25% chance for 2 more to drop at the same time. Exalted affix chance. Affixes are 50% more likely to be exalted. That's the tier 6 or 7. Monolith Echo rewards upgrade. 35% chance for double rewards from Monolith Echoes. Uniques are twice as likely to have legendary potential, so twice as many LP. Tier 7 affixes are twice as common at 8. Tier 8. Rare to exalted chance. Items that would drop as rare have a 25% chance instead to drop as exalted. At tier 9, when a set item drops, the whole set drops. And at tier 10, items from prophecies are duplicated. I don't start with any prophecies. Prophecies are, I believe, purchased for favor.
Welcome. Youth prophecies of go to any once you initiate. Speak with Galila if you wish to purchase them.
And let's see, we've got prophecies that will give you idols as rewards, armor as rewards, weapons as rewards, and accessories as rewards.
Welcome. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
And there's her wares. And I got some of these constellation and celestial stuff as from, I had 2 chests open up that I opened up in monoliths. One dropped like 8 or 10 of these types of items, and the other one dropped 8 or 10 Merchants Guild items, because they also have a vendor. And these cost favor, and that's over time you'll have more favor than you need, and this is how you spend it, aiming to try and get, really cool items from this vendor. But like I said, I got I can show you. It's up here for the stash. Faction. So I got a bunch of these items, and some of them are bonkers. They have affixes, and note that the base damage range is 67 melee, 149% melee crit strike multiplier. This one here, I was kind of waiting for. This one I'm going to use to build a new character. It's a minion one, so it has 84 spell damage +1 to all minion spells, and then also has minion spell damage, minion bow damage on it. So these are the kind of items you can buy out of that. So that's the factions. I do not have access at present to the Merchant's Guild. Merchant's Guild is what allows players to sell items to other players for gold. But this is as far as I hoped to get last night. I don't think I'd have made it even if the servers had been pristine. Might have. Maybe. But I made it tonight. And you were here for it. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to let you go and get on with your Thursday evening. I should be back tomorrow. I am not sure at what time. Undoubtedly at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe. Yay! And possibly also, maybe even probably, an early session as well. I am having fun with it. I really hope that they straighten out the servers even more than it is now. Now is okay. It's workable. But if they can get them working smoothly for the weekend, that would be a big win for the game and their team. So knock on wood, they'll make a lot of progress tonight and early tomorrow. But I'm going to call it here. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I hope the rest of your Thursday night or early Friday morning goes great. I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao for now. Good night, guys, and thanks again.